Hi loves, my name is Shiwendo and you're welcome back to another tutorial with Eco Designs to Fit. Today I'm going to be showing you how I achieve this beautiful side cowl Bubu kaftan. It is so simple and these are all the materials I'll be needing. You will also be needing all these materials that are very important. I have my hemming gum, I have my chantilly lace, I have my velvet ribbon, I have my curved ruler and my straight ruler, and then I have these beautiful colorful Ankara prints. This Ankara prints has two faces, okay, and even the inspiration, you can see that that particular Ankara print has two faces. All right, it's not like you cannot use any other Ankara, but yeah, I choose to go with an Ankara that has two faces. I folded my fabric into two, okay, so what I did was to fold into two twice. So I placed the other one on top of it. So one is going to be serving as my back piece and one is going to be serving as my front piece. So now you know that our Ankara and is on top of the table 6 years, right? Yeah, and if you want to fold by both the front, you're not going to get together because the length of this my Bubu the down part is going to be my back piece and the upper part is my front piece. I've marked my starting line of 1/2 inch. So from the top of my fabric, I came down by 1/2 inch and marked it across. Now after that, I went ahead to divide my shoulder into two and marked it. My shoulder is 17 inches divided by 2 is 8.5, and then for my front neck width I made use of 4 inches. For my back neck depth I made use of 1.5 inches, and then for my front neck depth I made use of 4 inches as well. So basically I'm using 1.5 inches by 4 inches for the back and then 4 inches by 4 inches for the front neckline. So after that I went ahead to use my curved ruler to mark it just like this, okay. Now after this, the next step I'm going to be taking is to mark out my sleeve length. Okay, now to get your sleeve length you have to measure from the middle of your neckline to where you want your sleeve to end. Just extend your arm and then measure from the middle of your neckline and then get wherever you want your sleeve to stop. So for mine I made use of 21.5 inches. Now after that, from my shoulder line I came down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope because our shoulder spine is not straight, and I connected it back to the neck width. Now after this, the next step I'm going to take is to mark out my armhole opening, okay, which is my sleeve opening. Now for this particular tutorial, the bust point, the waistline is not needed. All you need here is your sleeve opening, your hip point and your knee point, okay. So from my shoulder line I marked down 14 inches, all right, from the center fold, and then from the shoulder slope I marked 13 inches. You know, I've already come down by 1 inch from the starting line, so that's why I came from the shoulder slope by 13 inches, and from the neckline I went down by 14 inches so that the line can correspond. I hope you understand. Now from my shoulder line again I'm going to mark 26 inches for my hip points, which I have marked, and I'm going to connect it across like this. Now after this, next I'm going to place my tape on the shoulder line again, and then I'm going to mark down to my knee point, okay. My shoulder to the knee point is 42 inches, so I'm going to mark that, even though I'm supposed to have come up by 3 inches after getting my shoulder to the knee point, but you know, you guys, I totally forgot, which I'm going to correct afterwards. But I would advise, if you're watching this tutorial, after coming from your shoulder to the knee point, your actual knee point, please take it up to 3 inches and make a line as well, okay. But I'm still going to come to that. Now after this, I will go ahead and mark my gown length of 60 inches. So I have marked it out, and right now I'm adding extra 1 inch for my folding allowance, which is my hemming allowance. Now I have marked it out, and I'm going to connect with my straight ruler across like this, cut off the excess. Now after this, next I'll move over to the shoulder, and I'm going to measure my sleeve length and also input it on the 14 inches mark, okay, and then connect it back to the shoulder slope like this. Now after doing this, next I'm going to move over to the hip, and I'll be dividing my hip circumference by 4. So my hip circumference is 46 inches divided by 4. Whatever it gives me, I'm going to mark it down, and then after that I'm going to input extra 5 to 6 inches. Now I made use of 6 inches. This is because this is a Bubu kaftan, okay, most especially because it is a cow Bubu kaftan. All right, now from this 14 inches mark, I came in by 2 inches and then went down by 1 inch. Okay, this will be serving as my underarm curve, all right, because you don't want it to be too pointy. You don't want any form of sharp curve around that place, and it will help the underarm relax properly. Now we are going to move over to the knee, and I'll be dividing my knee circumference by 4. After that, I'll input extra 3 inches right there. Now whatever I have on my knee, I'm going to measure it and then extend it down to the hemline. So please take note of what I did right here. On the hip, I added extra 6 inches after dividing my hip circumference by 4. And on the knee, I added extra 3 inches after dividing my knee circumference by 4, okay? And then I'm going to use my curve or my free hand to connect like this. You can see how the curve went, okay? So this will give it that Bubu, like Bubu cow look, okay? So now after this, we're going to move over to the shoulder, and what I'll be doing next is to add up my 1/2 inch for shoulder stitching allowance. I have added it, and I'm going to connect with my straight ruler. Now after this, I will go ahead and cut this out, okay? So I will start by cutting the back. Remember, we are cutting both the back and the front together. So after cutting the back neckline, I raised up one of it, which is the one on top, and cut out my front neckline. And then after that, I am cutting out the shoulder. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my sleeve opening, just like this, and then I would equally cut out the side, okay? So now you guys, after cutting out this side, I'm now going to go up by 3 inches and then make the correction. Like, you know, I just told you that please come up by 3 inches. That was the mistake. It's not like a mistake, but I actually forgot to do that, okay? It is right now that I took note of that, so I'm going to now go up from the knee by 3 inches, because the curve is not supposed to start directly on the knee point, your exact knee point. You're supposed to at least go up by 3 to 4 inches from the knee point, okay? So you can see I am correcting that right now. That's why I said please, after marking from your shoulder to the knee point, go up by 3 inches so that you can do this at once and not forget the way I forgot, okay? This is it. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove my pins, because I actually pinned the two fabric together, okay? Now after removing the pins, I will go ahead and remove the back piece so that we can work on the front piece. You all have seen that the front has some design. Okay, it came with a chantilly lace and a velvet ribbon on it. So here is my front piece, and this is the chantilly lace I'll be working with. So now I'm going to place the chantilly underneath my Ankara prints, and you can see that I've folded it into two. And now I'm going to make sure the center fold of my Ankara and the center fold of the chantilly matches properly. You can see me trying to arrange it, and after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to trim the excess on the shoulder. Okay, so it matches up with the shoulder of my Ankara print, as you can see. Now after trimming it, I'll go ahead and measure the length that I want. Okay, I will bring in my tape right now, and then I'm going to measure from the shoulder down to the waist point. Okay, but I went down by 2 inches after my waist point, so the waist is 18 inches and I'm making use of 21 inches thereabouts. Okay, that is what I used. And then for the width of the chantilly, I'm making use of 4 inches. So I've marked it out on the chantilly lace, and now I'm going to use my straight ruler to connect this like this, just like a triangle. Can you see? So I've connected the 2 points on the shoulder and on the down part together, and then I will bring in my scissors and trim it out. All right, so this part that I just trimmed out is where I'm going to be placing on my Ankara prints. Okay, now for you to locate the center of this Ankara, make sure that you use your iron to press it down so that you can create a line which will indicate the center, which is the middle of the Ankara. If I open it up like this, you will notice that I have a line right there, which helps me locate the middle of this Ankara, and you can see it helps me place in my chantilly lace so easily without making any mistake. So I've placed in my chantilly lace. The next thing I'm going to do is to bring in my hemming gum, and I'm going to use my hemming gum to hold it in place. Okay, I did not match it up with my machine. I used my hemming gum to hold it into the Ankara print, and after that I'm trying to cut out my neckline. So this is the time you have to cut out your neckline. All right, do not make mistake of cutting out the neckline before placing in the chantilly lace on your Ankara print, because you might make a very big mistake. Okay, like the chantilly lace might expand. I don't know if you get me. Now after this, next I'm going to bring in my velvet ribbon, which are going to be placing on top the chantilly lace and also in the middle of the Ankara print. So what I'll be doing is to first of all placing half of it on these parts. You can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to cut it off with my scissors so that you guys can understand what I'm trying to explain. So I'll place like half of it around these parts, but I'm also going to use my hemming gum to hold it in place before stitching on it. Okay, it always helps to hold whatever it is that you want to stitch up in place so that it will not be shifting while you sew. Okay, so after placing that part, I'm going to also place this other part, but this time around I'm going to extend it down to the hemline. Can you see? So one part of it we stop halfway and the other part we go through to the hemline. Okay, so I am done doing that, and I've also stitched it on my sewing machine. So all you have to do is use your hemming tape to hold it in place first, and then you move over to your sewing machine and run a stitch. Okay, now I am done with that, and we're going to have to join the shoulder of the front and the back together. So I'm going to ensure that the right side of both are facing each other. I will join the shoulders, and after that I will use my bias to turn the neckline. If you want to make use of facing, it is up to you. Go ahead and cut out your facing and then use it to turn the neckline, but right here I made use of bias to turn my neckline. Now after this, I went ahead to weave the rough edges and then turn the hem of my sleeve. Now after turning the hem of my sleeve, I'm going to go ahead and stitch up the side seam. Okay, now to stitch the side seam, I'm going to use just 0.75 inch. You can make use of 1 inch, it depends on what you want. And also remember that this gown has a slit by the side. Okay, so I'm going to show you where you're going to stop your stitches, which you already know. If you're not a beginner, you know how to stitch all these. Now to get your slit opening, you're going to have to use your tape and measure up to 18 inches, and then you start stitching from there. Now after that, go ahead and hem the side so that you achieve your slit and equally hem the down parts. Okay, so this is exactly what I did, and this is the final look of my cowl bubu kaftan. You can see what I have right there. Here is my slit opening. You can see how it's looking all neat and clean. This is exactly how I achieved this cowl bubu kaftan. It is so simple, and I hope you find this tutorial helpful. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.